Greetings and welcome to my channel. Well, it's been a while since we spoke. It was like mid-September. I think it was actually before I actually got my new PC, which of course I have been using for a while. And I definitely think since there are 2 months left in the year now, being November 2nd, it's time to have another chat. Now, things have definitely been a lot slower on the channel, and of course, that's all my fault. I've been having some trouble finding things that you actually want to watch on a long term, you know? Unfortunately, some things have been dying before I would actually have liked them to. Now, an exception to that would be like The Infected, which I believe got to 37 episodes, which is kind of cool. It kept an audience for a long period of time and then just kind of dropped off. But then again, it also was 37 episodes. Now, that's something that's probably going into hiatus for a while until we can get some new stuff going. If they do an update, we'll do some videos. If they do a big update, it's like world-changing, then I think maybe we can start from scratch. So that guy is basically on hold because, of course, it is an early access game. So there's a lot coming for that, and we're gonna be back to that. Kind of like Raft. That one is unfortunately on a very long hiatus since we are waiting for more content to be added. As soon as it comes, we'll be starting up again. And I mean right from that part. We're not going to go all the way back to the beginning. I don't know why people do that. It's just the same thing again. Anyway, I have been doing some new things. You can't say I haven't been trying. So I got some new things going on. A lot of it doesn't work. Some of it does work. For instance, I am trying to get something to go right now because during the week is kind of a place where you want to fill some spots. So what I'm doing is, at the moment, I'm doing VR Tuesday and Retro Thursday. I have 2 entries now for both of them, and I think you can kind of figure out what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a VR game on Tuesday, whatever I can. I put Skyrim up today. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do today, but I was having a technical problem with what I was wanting to do. So I do have a week to work on that. Otherwise, I might have to skip and do something else. Now, in terms of the retro, I'm just all over the place with that, and that's what I want to do. For instance, I started with Puzzle Quest, and which was, like a match 3 combat game. And then I went for Dead Space last week. So that's a pretty wide variation right there. I do have something different in mind for this week. And I'm wondering whether or not it's a genre that I actually should consider working on a little bit more. I'm actually thinking maybe I should just do random videos of some PC games just to see whether or not there is actually an interest. I guess I'm kind of searching for that type of game that you guys want to see. I thought it might have been City Builder, which is the reason I went with Timberborn. I would really wish that had gone on a little bit more, but unfortunately the numbers on that just really fell off. 7 and 8 really didn't do too well, so I figured, that's it. Let's just move on. So I was kind of hoping that one might lead me into City Builders, but unfortunately, maybe you didn't want to see beavers. I don't know. There are some options coming up. There's a very big option coming up in about a week. It's going to be November 9th when we get Jurassic World Evolution 2. And you will see video starting that day on my channel. I'm definitely going to do that. I am looking forward to that. That will be day 1. We're going to be doing it. Probably day 2 as well. And then we'll look to see whether or not we can do that every day, if the numbers will hold on that, or we have to alternate or something like that. At very least, I'm going to be alternating for a while, because if I'm going to spend $60 on a game, you guys are going to get videos of it. Just saying. So that's something that's coming up. Something I was kind of looking forward to was the Myst Survival update, because there were so many promises of things that were going to be in it. And when we got it, it was actually made live. It actually was kind of missing some things. And let me tell you something. It went full graphics on me. And I had to turn some things down. Not that it was like laggy, but whoa, it was like you have to see it to believe it. The whole thing was like distorted and I had to turn things down. Even now, it's still, I'm just trying to find the right thing. Now, there's large areas that just basically have nothing in them right now, but they did do another update recently, and there is a little bit more. Maybe we can start doing some videos of that, at least taking a look at what they have so far, because there is a lot of new mechanics coming in here, including basically events that happen, and I've seen a couple of them already, and they're kind of interesting. Apparently, you can also have like a pet dog, which is kind of interesting because basically you've had pet people before too. There's also kind of the structure of a quest system in there. So I think I do want to actually start doing some videos. You might see one tomorrow just to get an idea of whether or not you want to see it or not. That was why I did some of it earlier. I wanted to see towards the future. Now, the map is completely different, which is good and bad. One, it's good because, okay, there's a whole bunch of new stuff going on, and he's using new technology and stuff. The bad is that there's not as much of it as there used to be. At least that's my opinion on the matter. And it seems that anything interesting, well, has guys with guns in it. So that's something we're just going to have to see how it progresses over time. So that's something too. I'm hoping that we're also getting closer to, at very least, the experimental version of Alpha 20 of 7 Days to Die. I mean, it is November, guys. Can we start getting going with this? Because supposedly it's their biggest update ever, and I really want to get into that. Another thing, of course, is when are we going to get Lost Island for Ark? Because I've been kind of holding back on Ark because I want to do that. See, if I get into something else, then all of a sudden they drop that. Yeah, then you have to like leave that and then go into that. And maybe I wanted to save that for another day or something like that. But I do want to get into Lost Island as soon as it gets out. So that's something, another thing that's coming up. See, there's a bunch of stuff that's coming up. And that's kind of the reason that I've been just trying things and testing things and seeing whether or not some things would be interesting, some things would be, not interesting at all. I'm kind of getting the idea of that. So I am going to be using the VR Tuesday and the Retro Thursday to test some things. I might just throw in some extra videos too, some different stuff. For instance, some people have said, why don't you do like shooters or shooter story stuff? Well, that's kind of one thing that's going to be in this Retro Tuesday. But I mean, do you guys want to see like things like that? Like for instance, I have, and I've never even installed Doom 2016. Never even installed it. Why? Because I guess maybe I've always had this dream of playing it on the channel for the first time, Is that the kind of thing you guys might want to see? I'm also thinking maybe like things like the retro and the Metro games, I should say. It's not really retro. The Metro games, I have all three of them. I did play through the first two. I never really got to the last one, even though I do have the like remastered version of it, the good version. So, I mean, is that the kind of thing you'd want to see? I don't know. I mean, in January, God of War is going to come out for the PC. I'm very interested in playing that. Is that the kind of thing you want to see? I don't know. I am looking desperately for the kind of things that you guys want. Now, I do some mobile gaming, right? I mean, they just did an event there for Pocket Ants, and I did one before the event. I did one at the beginning of the event, video, and then we did one of testing the new creature. I really can't do anything more with that right now. Because there's nothing really else I can do. It's a kind of thing with also Pocket Bees. Somebody was asking me to make videos of that. I don't know what to do for that because I'm actually getting the impression now that they really have abandoned that game. I mean, when it gets to the point of the last thing that they added was the ability to start searching for a match and then go back and playing the game, and then it'll let you know when it finds somebody for you to fight. Yeah, that tells me that it's kind of dead at that point. I mean, I really wish they had been a little bit more careful with that game in the beginning because it actually had a lot of potential. It just does seem as if it's dead. The fact that they did absolutely no kind of an event for Halloween for that game, I mean, I think that they're just going to cut their losses and just keep working on Pocket Ants. And if they can get things going on Pocket Hands again, that would be great. It's just that I think they have some things to do before they can actually, I don't know, fix it. It does seem to be also a dwindling one too. I don't know if they have something else going in the background. Maybe something that they've learned from their faux pas. I don't really know. All I know is that I really can't do anything with either one of them anymore because I kind of need something to make a video of, and there doesn't really seem to be anything there. Occasionally, I do a mobile game. I did the Fishing in Life one, which I refer to as Fishing in Ads, because unfortunately, among the other ads, it also has the randomly occurring one, which for me is an absolute game killer right there. I see that, it's done. I look at other games too. I looked at, what was it called? Valor Legends, and I installed it, and then I just saw it was an auto fighter and immediately removed it. You know, a lot of the games, that's the reason I kind of got away from the mobile gaming. It's just the same stuff over and over again, or it's just filled with such monetization that it's just, yeah, if you don't pay, you can't do anything with it. And that's not what I really like from gaming. And I kind of got to enjoy what I'm doing. So I am working on new things. We got stuff coming up. You know, like I said, November 9th, we're going to have Jurassic World Evolution. I'm going to keep trying things. Going to do some more VR, some retro. Maybe we'll hit a nerve and like, oh, you guys really want to see some of that. Well, we'll do that. And again, I'm always open to suggestions. You guys got suggestions? I will definitely look at them. I may not actually do them, but I will definitely look at them. Anyway, I think that's going to do for now. So we got stuff to do. Hopefully we can get things going again. I know that onus is on me. If I don't get you guys to actually look at what I'm putting up, then that's my problem, isn't it? Anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.